wheel, take a 19mm socket, remove the lug nuts, take the wheel off. Now I'm going to remove the caliper and the bracket together. I'm going to remove these two 18mm bolts on the back side. Just use an 18mm socket. Take those out. You can take a straight blade screwdriver, just pry on the caliper a little bit, just to compress the piston so it's easier to remove. And we can slide this off all together. Now I can just hang this right here, and I'm just going to take a bungee cord, just go around it just so it doesn't fall. Now I'm going to take this screw out. I'm going to use a T30 socket. If you have to, you can use an impact driver or a air gun. Take it off. If this rotor is stuck on, you can take a hammer and just hammer in these areas. Just be careful of the studs if you're going to reuse the wheel bearing. Slide the rotor off. Now I'm going to use a 35mm socket. Take off the axle nut. I'm going to disconnect the ABS sensor connector right here. Little tab right there. And then there's a little clip right here. Just take a straight blade screwdriver. Loosen the clip. This one's a little bit rusty. Just slide this out. It slides towards the center of the vehicle. It's just going to sit like that. I'm going to use a screw jack just to support the lower control arm. If I take this nut off, there's just going to be a little bit of tension on that ball joint. So this will take some of the tension off. I'll take a 21mm socket and remove that nut. Before I take that nut off completely, I'm just going to take a long punch and a hammer and just separate that ball joint from the knuckle. There is special tools you can use to do that same thing. And I'll take the nut off. And I don't have to take the ball joint out completely. Just need to get it out of the way so that I can access the bolt. Now I can use an 18mm socket and remove the bolt that's right there. And there's two other bolts on the back side. And there's another bolt down low here. It's a good idea to use an extension. Remove this one. And there's one more right here. And loosen that up. The bolts don't really come out. The CV joint is kind of in the way. They can just sit there. It's okay. This one came out, but some of the other ones didn't want to come out. Just take a hammer, carefully give the axle a couple taps, make sure it's loose from the hub. And it is moving, which is good. Now I'm going to attach a slide hammer attachment. Just use the old lug nuts and attach the slide hammer. Right, now I'll remove it. That actually came out really easily. Normally, they don't come out that easy. Separate this. Take that off. Just slide this out. Try to slide the ABS wire out. If you break the wire, it's not a big deal because we're replacing it. All right, and there you go. Take a look around the knuckle and use a wire brush and clean up any corrosion, anything. It'll just make the new hub a little bit easier to install. Just going to put a thin layer of anti-seize just on this knuckle area. Be careful not to get any on the brakes and stuff. If you have a little excess, just wipe it off. And I'll put a little bit on the axle splines too. All right, I'm just going to slide that CV joint out of the way. Just take the sensor connector. You're going to fish that through first. Being careful not to pinch the wire. And slide that in position. And we'll get the bolts started. Now I'm going to tighten these bolts down and just make sure this ABS wire is out of the way. You don't want to pinch that wire. and just tighten the bolts down evenly. If the hub starts walking in crooked, just go to the next bolt and tighten that one down a little bit at a time. And we're going to torque these bolts to 92 foot-pounds and do the same with the other ones. And I just take a pry bar, pry that upper ball joint back into place and put the nut back on. Now we're going to tighten this nut to 15 foot-pounds, and then we have to go an additional 210 degrees. The best way to do this would be to use an angle meter. I don't have an angle meter here. Now this would be 180 degrees, 210 degrees would be right about there. Now I can remove the screw jack. Now let's reattach this connector. Slide that back in the bracket right there. Connect the connector right there. You want to just clean up the back side of the rotor if there's any rust buildup, because otherwise it's going to cause a brake pulsation afterwards. Just use a die grinder. So this is nice and clean, there's no rust buildup. If there was a little bit and you put this on, this would be walking back and forth and just cause a brake pulsation or an odd braking pedal. So slide that on there, install the screw, and we'll just tighten this up a little bit. You don't want to tighten this too much, just snug. Snug it up. Remove the bungee cord from the caliper. And make sure the pads are separated. And we can slide the caliper back on. Reinstall these bolts. The shorter bolt goes on the bottom and a longer one on top. And then we're going to torque these bolts to 88 foot-pounds. And take the axle nut, reinstall that. I'm going to use a pry bar just to go in between the studs so that the hub bearing doesn't spin while I torque this. I'm going to torque this to 118 foot-pounds. Reinstall the tire. Lug nuts on. I'm going to tighten these lug nuts down to 100 foot-pounds, and I'm going to tighten them down in a star pattern to tighten the wheel down evenly. And I'll go around again just to double check.